So, what was supposed to be the best Christmas in maybe 35 years turned out to be one of the worst. I I have not recovered yet from my little buddy's death, and I don't know if that'll ever happen. It's January 2nd here, and I'm still bawling like every day. Maybe a little less here and there, and it's still kind of surreal. Like it still doesn't feel real, you know. Like he's there and then he's not there. And the year went really fast. I can't believe how fast it went. When I think about it, and I remember bits and pieces and all the things that we went through to get to where we were, and how great things were going. And I still remember how I had two paths, two choices to go on, and that one path lit up like a Joseph Campbell metaphor. It was just golden and sunny, and it was like the path to paradise, you know. It was like that, and I could have took it, and if I had, I'd still be alive. And maybe the same problem would have still existed, but maybe I would have had a second chance to figure it out. Oh my God, I miss him so much. And I guess it's because I didn't have anything, and I suddenly had something, and I didn't realize how cold my heart was. And maybe that's what I needed. But everything would have been better with him. And today I walked one of our paths that we used to go on, and he was missed. He was dearly missed. Even though I felt like he was with me, his physical form was missed. And I wish he was still with me. Oh my God. And it was just it's just a terrible tragedy that's happened. And I haven't really been able to talk about it. And it's kind of weird talking about it, I guess. Not everyone has their own things, you know. They've lost people and friends and children and everything. Maybe not everyone cares about a dog as much, but I certainly did. I certainly cared about him. And he would have lived a lot longer had I been more careful. And I should have been more careful. That's just the bottom line of it. Uh, but I was confused. I thought I was safe enough, and everything would have been okay. And I guess I'll just keep doing these until I get over it somehow, if that's even possible. I had a lot of plans, so many more paths, trails I wanted to go on, so many other places I wanted to take him, maybe so many other things I wanted him to learn, you know. But I mean, he had become a really good dog, like, and I don't really think of him like a dog in that way. Like he was as much a person as anything else, and I wish I could have taken him more places, taught him more things, and just made more memories with him. And I don't think I can just replace him that easily. Everyone says you could just get a dog. You know, but there he was, underneath all that, just another dog trying to survive. You know, trusting me with his whole heart. You know, and I didn't want to let him down like I did. And nobody's really died on my watch. So it's a first for me. But it brought me a lot of happiness. So much so that he was gonna, like, it was gonna be the best Christmas. And I didn't even know why until after. I was just looking forward to it. It was gonna be it's gonna be my family. The starting of my family. Yeah, it was a good place to start. Just wanted to feel like he was honored properly. You know, that he wasn't a throwaway dog. Like, but that he was cared for. And he was saw, and that I saw him as another being, a living creature, a being that was worthy. And he was afraid so much. He was anxious. And I was curing him of all those things. Oh, fuck. It's only the tip of the iceberg of all the things I wanted to do. You know. And I feel bad because apparently he had a terrible life. You know. And I just think it's awful. about what he went through. Now he's stuck in the attic. And just left alone. You know, I don't know. Oh. And I think of him as my friend. You know, a child almost. And I care for him so much. And I loved him. You know, this little being just wagged his tail. Little ice cream muncher. I don't know where we would have gone. Even the lake. And there were so many more paths that I wanted to take him on. It would have kept me in shape. Just because I wanted to show him those paths. And that was his favorite thing. He loved going for walks. So I really wanted to, give him that experience as much as I could. He should have got a lot more. He should have got a lot more. And I would have been happy to do it. He was healing me as much as I was healing him. Oh, fuck. And we're really learning how to communicate. Like, crazy. Oh, I really liked how he was coming up to me. You know, I remember I had a dog when I was a kid. And he ran away because my parents didn't tie him down properly. But he was with me so much. And he made me happy too. He said means I'm a dog person. But I never felt alone, you know, when I was with him. He made me feel like I was not alone. And that was really good. And he's a grumpy, growly fuck. He really was. But he was starting to open up to people so much. And he would let people, anywhere we went, he'd let people pet him. And I'd be like, "You want to say hi? You can say hi. Say hi." And he had really transformed from this dog that was snapping at everyone and growling and on the defensive to this dog that was trusting everyone and letting everyone pet him and just adoring the attention that he was getting. And he went from this ugly kind of dog to being a really fit and cute, adorable dog, within just a few months. And I had him walking everywhere, and he got in shape. And he wasn't trusting for a long time. And then he was trusting me more and more all the time, every day. Ugh. It's, oh my God. I just miss him so much. I feel responsible. And it's kind of a freak accident, but like, if we had been just a little bit later or a little bit sooner, it would have been fine. It doesn't even make sense. Or if I took that whole path the other way, the Christmas this year would have been beautiful. And New Year's would have been beautiful. And right now it would be beautiful. We may be making all these plans. Kind of like my mother, like that, I guess. I just take him everywhere. And I got all this food that I bought. Already. Oh my God, he looked so happy too, and he was running around like he was running, and he was bolting up and down the trail. At least 5 or 6 more years of that. That would have been proper. I feel like he was just one of them uncared for dogs that people just leave out in the yard or whatever they do. They didn't take care of their dog properly. You know, how much misery they go through. You know, and then they just get these little bit of crumbs of affection. Because nobody gives a fuck about them. I thought I'd be able to do a lot fuller, more detailed thing like a conversation maybe you need that with other people to have a conversation and they ask questions and whatever, and then it just expands on that. He was cremated, and I think he'll be coming home soon. Maybe Monday or Tuesday. But next week, probably now. Yeah, depending on Gateway's schedule. So now he'll just live on my dresser in an urn, having died way too young. I'm gonna miss him every day. Nothing's made me cry this much in my life. Been going on 4 weeks. Holy fuck. Yeah.